180.
Ooh, hello.
So I thought I'd do a little video for the darts fans about this little thing. You can see hanging behind me. It's the Designa portable door hanger. So I thought I'd just have a quick look at it since I've bought it, show you the features, the benefits and the problems that I had with it in terms of getting it hung up. They're not big problems or anything, but it's just a little workaround to make it work a little bit better. So first of all, I'll just quickly show you this. So when you hang on a door, what you need to do is measure your 5'8" or 173 centimeters to where your bull point is. Once you've done that and hang the dartboard on the actual hanger, what you'll find is the top of the dartboard is really close to the top of the door. So then the problem is, well, how do you get a surround on it, because the door frame is sticking out another 5 centimeters. So we've got a little workaround for that. I'll just quickly show you the hanger itself. It's pretty simple bit of kit, just 2 sliding pieces of metal. These 2 screws, once you mount this front plate to the back plate, you can adjust them so this middle bar moves up and down. And it's dark in here, but you can just see the hole there for the darts. Sorry, for the dartboard. So what you need to do when you hang it on the door, you need to basically make sure that that 173 centimeter mark that you make on the door is in the bottom of this hole here, where the dartboard hangs. So what I also did is I put a little bit of, this is just rubber matting, it's like for a boot of a car. So I just put a little bit of that on to protect the door, because obviously once you've got your round surround on, you've still got these little corner bits. So if you're really drunk and you can't hit anything, then at least you're not going to damage your door. So the hanger itself, what I found was, because it's metal and it's on wood, every time that you hit the board with your darts, you get this rattling noise, wood on metal. So what I did was I just got some super thick sticky pads. See, they're a couple of 3mm thick. They are double-sided, but I just left the backing on so that they don't stick to the door as such. And I put them all across the back of it, so it just absorbs a little bit of the noise when it goes when the dartboard goes on. I've also put some on this side to rest up against the dartboard again, so a little bit of noise suppression, if you like. It's pretty lightweight, it's not heavy, it's dead simple to put together. Now, one of the other problems is this door hanger is adjustable, obviously, for different widths of doors. So depending on how wide your door is, you can adjust it backwards and forwards. But the problem with that, once you've got your dartboard hung on the front, you've got this little bit of an overhang which sits just above the dartboard. So then the question is, well, how do you get a surround on? So I will just basically explain that. I've got a couple of images that I've saved. Now obviously it's a good thing because you can hang it on any door. So if you're annoying your missus, you can go and out of the way and put it on a different door and use it. Or if you go around to your friends, you can use it. You know, take it with you. So what we need to look at here is, I've written this down so you can see it. So the dartboard, most dartboards are 18 inches, so, or 46 centimeters. So from the center of the butt, you've got another 23 centimeters on top of your 173 mark. So the top of your dartboard is going to finish right near the top of your door. So then the question is, like I say, how do you get a surround on? So when you look at this, most doors, household doors anyway, are about 200 centimeters, but they tend to shave a bit off the bottom, shave a bit off the top. and then that means your door's probably 198 or 197. Mine's actually 197. So I found that I only had 2 centimetres clearance at the top of the dartboard and where the hanger comes over. So then it was, well, how do you get a surround on that, because you've got the door frame sticking out. Now, the actual hanger itself does stick out a few centimetres from the door. Because of the thickness of it, it gives you about another 3 centimetres. But most door frames are about 5 centimetres. So when you look at the top of the door frame here, the door is setting flush there, but then you've got this bit, and it's level here. So that distance there to the dartboard, these pads help because they bring the dartboard out that little bit more, so you've got clearance from the top of the door frame to put a surround on. But you've still got this bit of the hanger, the adjustable part, that can be a little bit of a problem. So just to show you what I mean by that, once you put the surround on and it looks like that, it's going up above the top of the door frame. So you've effectively going to have the top of your surround sticking out slightly at an angle. So how do you solve that? Well, what I did was, with my surround, I just put a little tiny slit in it at the top there, like that, so that you can fit it on, and that part of the door hanger that's sticking out will just slot in. In actual fact, it's kind of a little bit of a benefit, because what I found was that it actually, by pushing that into there, it secured it a bit more and holds this in place a bit better. But by putting the pads on, you get rid of the sound deflection as well. So it's not sort of making that big banging thumping noise on a door, because most of these household doors nowadays, they're a 30mm frame all the way around the edge, but then the centre of them are hollow and just filled with foam. So when your darts are hitting the board, not only are you getting the clunk from the board, it's also going through the metal onto the wood and making quite a loud noise. So if you put a couple of pads on like that, solves that problem. So I'm just going to pause the video, stick my dartboard up, and then I'll show you the difference. So, dartboard's up. And what you can see here, hopefully, is that gap means that the dartboard is far enough away from the top of the door frame so you can get a surround on. The problem is you've got this top bit of the bracket, which, as you can see, sticks out further than the frame. So as long as your dart surround is, you know, typically an inch thick or sort of 15mm thick, this is only sticking out about 1.5 centimetres. So you just need to put a little slit in the back of your surround, which is obviously what I showed you. That's what I did. And then that slit just goes on the top of the bracket. It actually clips it in a bit better. There we go. Now, believe it or not, the pads that I've put on, the sticky pads, make a big difference. So that when you're actually throwing at the board, it doesn't make half as much noise, because without the pads, the metal and the wood connecting together, and without this little thin pad, this doesn't make any difference to the sound. This is really just for door protection. But yeah, it seems to have made a big difference, because it was making a right thudding noise before. Whereas now, if you listen, when the darts land, you just get the dartboard sound. It's not very loud at all. So it does help. Now the door bracket itself is 40 quid. I got it from Dart's Corner, I think it was, yeah, for £40. There it is. So if you go to Dart's Corner, you can get the bracket for 40 quid. And it's a really good product because you've got that flexibility of being able to move it around the house, put it on different dartboard, different doors, and you can play in any room in the house, so you're not annoying the kids or the missus or the neighbours even. So yeah, it's a good product, a good solution. I didn't want to have a dartboard up, you know, just physically permanently on one wall because I haven't really got a spare wall to put one on. So this is a real good way of doing it. So I hope that helps. Any questions, then please feel free to leave a comment. Catch you next time. Peace and love.